two things prevent us from happiness. Looking in the past and observing others. Hey, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So what are we looking at today with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? Well, once again, we're back to that sideways movement. What's going to be happening next? I don't know. I mean, I'm seeing the possibility that we're supposed to be breaking out of this technical analysis wedge that a lot of people keep throwing up on their screen shares, saying, hey, I mean, today's November 1st. We got a lot of big things coming down the pipeline now that we're here in November. So are we going to be seeing some big Bitcoin movements and all the altcoins following along as we move forward through the month? I don't know. Got to shake that magic 8-ball. I know that I'm really hopeful for these things, but as always, you know, I'm kind of thinking maybe early 2019 is when we'll definitely be seeing some movement, or at least, you know, I got my fingers really crossed for that one. What else do we got going on here on Bitcoin and Coffee? Well, we're going to talk about a couple different things. I didn't really find any of the news I wanted to find, but you know what I did find today that I liked? Samantha's over there in the chat.
Good morning, everyone.
So how are you today, Samantha?
I am okay. I'm good.
You're good?
Good. I always keep saying I'm okay. I'm better than okay.
Are you better than okay? Why are you better than okay today?
Just because you need to be better than okay.
So what do you think about this Bitcoin price still moving sideways? Well, I mean, I think I've seen a little bit of green. It was like 1%, not really anything that I would consider true movement with Bitcoin. I mean, like I always say, if it's under 5%, that's just standard day trading volume. As far as Bitcoin prices right now, it seems like anywhere between 6.2 and 6.7, I would consider not really much movement.
Yeah, I mean, that is like 3% or something. I mean, like, yeah. I don't know. I mean, everybody wanted it to be stable.
You get what you ask for, and sometimes it's not
pretty
really
stable.
What you want. The grass always looks greener on the other side. That's for sure with cryptocurrencies. So, hey, would you mind pulling up one of those screen share things for that always controversial coin market cap so we can go over there and see what we got going on with the actual price and the volume and all of that different stuff today? Thank you, Samantha. And let's see, what do we got going on here? Oh, look, it looks like they added a few more coins to the market cap. 2,089 different coins, $205 billion for a market cap, about 11.5 billion traded in the last 24 hours. And that BTC dominance still holding on at 54%. Oh, there we go. We got Bitcoin up almost a full percent, coming in at $6,390. We got Ethereum knocking on $200. That's up 1%. We got X Rapid coming in at 45.1 cents. That's up 2% right there. Hey, maybe we'll continue these gains today. Maybe today will be the breakout. I mean, anything's possible. We're usually out here so early in the morning that it seems like around lunchtime I look at the prices and they've, you know, moved in one direction or the other if they're going to be moving for the day. Bitcoin Cash coming in at $424. That's up 1.73%. We got EOS holding on to $5 for sure with $5.27. That's up 2.7%. We got Stellar Lumas at 22.7 cents. That's up 2.62%. Litecoin knocking on $50. Wow. That's 1.57% of a gain. Cardano at 7 cents even. That's 2.2%. I mean, I don't know. They always like to talk about how these coins that are around that 6 or under 10 cents, around 6 cents, you know, they're so much more likely to go to 60 cents than we see the price of Bitcoin. So I always like to keep my eye on Cardano for some reason. You know, not that I'm giving financial advice out there in any way. Just I always seem to like Cardano. Not that I hold any of it, because like I tell you guys all the time, I'm like 99.9% into Bitcoin. Let's see what we got going on here. Monero 103, the only one with a little bit of red here. Oh, Dash has got a little red too at 153. All right, let's get down here and see what we got going on with Steam. 81.4 cents. That's a 1.9% gain. No big deal. Hanging out with the rest of the world.
Steam back dollar.
Yes, I'll remember it today. Steam back dollar. 97.5 cents. Telling us these alts are a little undervalued. Always a good time to pick them up whenever the Steam back dollar tells us this. Not that we're giving financial advice.
No.
I would find smarter people to get financial advice from.
I think we might not be doing it quite right.
All right, let's stop the screen share.
Not enough to teach others.
And here we go. And let's pop out this chat so we can see if there's anybody here. Ooh, it's a nice crisp morning this morning. If you can't tell, I got the jacket on. Oh, this coffee is good, though. Nice and hot, Sam.
Thank you. Well, we have Andy Anderson here. He says, good morning, gang.
Andy Anderson, my man. Nice to see you out here again.
And Crypto Daddy is here.
Crypto, nice.
He says, buy UFO coin. Sue me if you lose. And he says it's delicious weather. It is beautiful. I don't know. The last, 3 days have been really nice.
These are the days that are few and far between here in Florida. And the ones you envy when you're out there sweating like crazy.
Oh, yeah. The whole no AC thing has not been an issue these last 3 days. Yes.
All right. So what do we got going on here with the news? It's all that news that I usually like to try to avoid, but it seemed like today there was no way of getting around it. It looks like we got a lot of politics mixing with the cryptocurrency space, with regulation, and definitely coming down the pipeline as we're heading into 2019. So I guess let's get at it. We got Arthur Hayes. He's one of the members of BitMix over there. We all know who they are. They're one of the people that are out there with the leverage trading. We think they could possibly be part of the manipulation that holds the price down. We possibly could also think that they manipulate the price in order to liquidate a lot of shorts when they're out there. So with that being said, they're saying, or he's saying, that we could be looking at potentially another 18 months more of a bear market. And he cites that cryptocurrency volume of trading could even plummet further as we move, into 2019. I don't know if I necessarily believe this. I don't know. The article is a little wishy-washy because, it's like, cryptocurrency could go up and cryptocurrency could go down, because then they start citing other people from different exchanges talking about how, cryptocurrency pump could be coming soon and that this one's going to be bigger and better, citing that there's more awareness, that there's more education that's occurred, So what's really going to be happening with cryptocurrency down the pipeline here as we move forward into 2019? I mean, we were just watching TV. Was it last night or was it the night before?
I think it was last night. Yeah, it was last night.
Which show?
The FBI.
It was FBI, and I was like, this would be, it was the ransom. They were ransoming, and they were trying to.
Yes, they were ransoming a little kid, yes.
And I was like, wow, this would be a lot easier if they were just trying to get cryptocurrency. You wouldn't have to go meet up with the FBI agent and get shot. And then just as I say this, the FBI agent pulls out a piece of paper from the park that says, transfer the funds to Bitcoin.
Convert, yep. And it was like, what? But, I mean, yes, they also wanted 100 million. So, I mean, Yeah. That would have been a spike.
Not that wouldn't be traceable slightly. But besides that, then they go on, and I think it was, NCIS. We watched later on that evening.
And they said cryptocurrencies.
Yeah, cryptocurrency wallets.
Because they had already actually mentioned Bitcoin 4 episodes before that.
So
everybody's dropping the B word.
I don't know. You can tell that something's going to happen. And the space, when you look at the cryptocurrency coin market cap and you look at the number of cryptocurrencies out there, maybe it got out of control in 2017. The price got up there. Everybody went a little Lulu with the ICOs, thinking that they were going to make $1 million. But hey, it's definitely been reined back in, right? No one's thinking they're going to go out and put $1,000 in an ICO.
No, we all stopped the forest fire on that one. Yes,
I even heard news that the creators of these tokens were talking about making another sort of token for ICOs where you could call your funds back. I don't know how that would work. That definitely seems like there'd be some great hacks there.
Right, like a yo-yo token. Yes, new
ICO tokens and then pull your funds back. But, maybe that's what we need. I come up with great ideas for ICOs all the time, Sammy.
Oh, I know. I know. Oh, JT Irby's here.
JT, buddy.
He says, yo, good morning. Happy to be here. Not happy to be awake. Yeah, it's real early for you.
It's a bright day today. And I mean, we're on the other side. We're heading towards 11 years now because we just passed 10 years of the Bitcoin white paper yesterday.
Woo!
So with that, we're looking at Janet Yellen. Do we know who she is? Yes, she's not a big fan of Bitcoin, but she's the former chair of the central bank. She got gifted $20 in Bitcoin. You know, somebody from this group, I don't remember what it was. I don't think I could pronounce it.
I think it was another, like, yeah. Oh,
but
crap.
They were saying, you know, that it sounded like she never had any Bitcoin. So they went ahead and through her email address, they ended up giving her some Bitcoin at her college or whatever.
Her like college email address they like found and like something. Yes, and gave her $20 pretty much worth. Like,
yeah, so I guess they're hoping that this will change her mind. She said that she hadn't had the opportunity to really go and, you know, look at the Bitcoin and have it, but you know she's going to. Curiosity killed the cat. So if she knows she got $20 in Bitcoin, I'm sure that's no real money. But it's enough to get her to maybe look at it, watch it turn into 25.
Yeah, because she did say she knew that she received it. So that means
it's like a bank account and that it's open and that she can send it and that the fees are actually really small and that it's borderless. It'll open up her mind, hopefully, you know, get her on board. All it takes are these small things to start planting the seeds.
Yep, and that's what the dude that sent it said was, you know, I don't know, maybe we should try to do it for everybody that's, you know, making policies and doing stuff because it's hard to say if they really do have, I mean, even the people on the CNNs and stuff, do they really own any Bitcoin? You know, do they actually have any of this, or are they just talking out their ass? Because it's real easy to hate something that you've never used and you've never had to do anything with. The concept, you know. Oh, it's real easy to hate a concept.
I know that sometimes, you know, I even do it myself. You build up these walls where you, for some reason, your mind doesn't get past the ability to think that you can do it. You know, I remember like way back when we were really young, Samantha, and we were starting out, remember like just simple stuff like the clutch would go out in the car. And here I am, 19 years old, and I got no money, so I don't have a way to go pay a mechanic, you know, $75 an hour to put in this $200 part. So I would literally get it stuck in my head that I can't do this. This is beyond my capabilities.
I think we've left a vehicle on the side of the road and had it impounded by the city. Like, just walked away from it. And it was like, what person does that?
But then eventually at like some point, I broke down and I was like watching YouTube videos and I was, you know, I forced myself to figure out a way to make it happen. Because there's nothing that you're not capable of.
Yeah, remember you went and asked your dad. Yep, like it just started asking, how do you fix an alternator? How do you do this? How do you do that?
So, you know, maybe cryptocurrencies is getting to be one of those things where people think, oh, it's this big computer, internet money. Oh, I don't, that code looks really big there. I don't understand it. I don't, you know, and they build this wall of this being this digital programmers beyond my capability, beyond my comprehension. Oh, there's codes and numbers and computers and servers and hackers. And it's really not that complicated to get some of these custodial wallets, you know, just to get you introduced to the space.
Coinbase is really not hard.
To get a little bit of Bitcoin. And it's once you get into the space and you start breaking down these walls, then you start getting a better education. Then you're capable of understanding that you are, you know, your own sovereignty in this situation and you are your own bank and you do get this peer-to-peer transaction. And it starts opening up to what the world could be, what finances should be, how, you know, I don't know. I think I even heard Crypto Lark this morning talking about how Silk Road was a big part of cryptocurrency and how it goes to show that, you know, we do need a free market and that, yes, a lot of people, you know, just think of it as drugs and, you know, violence.
Yes, all the stuff that's bad.
But like it was more than that. There was so much more to it than that. It was about getting people what they want and what's available without censorship.
Yes, without censorship, without judgment, without just okay. I mean, it's all out there. You just have to find it. Okay, you want to buy it? Okay. I mean, decentralized is a good thing. I mean, the problem is when people get to tell everybody else what to do and not do and what's good and what's bad. I mean, fundamentally, we all know, unless you are just a bad person. You do know what's right and wrong, and you do know like those kinds of things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, JT says that Trump has not actually gotten around to fire her just yet. So she's somewhere like in limbo-ness of, because yeah, I was pretty sure she got like, yes, but I guess maybe not.
I don't know. In the article it said former, so I wrote former on the paper.
No, but that was, I remember when it actually was, I thought she either like, yeah, I don't know, but she's almost there. Oh, right. Bitcoin Crypto News Education is here as well.
Buddy, my man. You guys got to go check out his channel. I'm going to keep plugging it away because he's going to get big. I'm telling you, I'm coming up on 2 years in January here that I'll be out here doing this. So I'm sure in 1 year from now, his numbers will be far surpassed mine. It seems like that's how everybody goes. So what do we got going on here for the next article? We got Ron Paul. He's a former chairman. Him and his son, they're out there talking about the Federal Reserve and how they create these boom and bust cycles with, how they control pretty much the fiat dollar.
Recession, yes.
And he's saying that we can break this as long as we start getting into cryptocurrencies and precious metals and stuff like that. So in other words, it's like he's just catching on to the things that we're always out here talking about in the cryptocurrency space. How, fiat is just printed out of thin air, how they use it to manipulate us and hold us down, how it actually only gets the rich richer, and how cryptocurrency is going to be our tool against this, because once we stop using their money, we take the power away from them. Taking some of the taxes off of it and getting more people introduced to it, people in politics actually talking about this and seeing what we see. I mean, that's a big plus right there. It's another one of those things to me that goes to show that we are making some advances. 2 years ago when I got into this space, if somebody just mentioned the word on Bitcoin, you would have seen the price spike $300, $400, $500, the next day based on that, considering it was like a $700 price. That was quite a bit. Now it's like saying, any standard product. It'd be like saying the yen, or talking about Google servers, or
I don't know, because
talking about AI. I mean, they just throw these words out there and there's not as much buzz to it as there used to be.
I don't know. Eventually everybody, it's common sense, like, to want Bitcoin. I mean, it is. Like, once you actually know what it is, I mean, it's a real hard sell to say, really, you don't need that in the world? We don't need this. Like, no, there's no reason for this at all.
There's no reason to have a digital currency.
People are not starving and dying around the world. No. Yes. So, I mean, like, it is that the more people that actually grasp the concept will be on Bitcoin's side. It has to be. I mean, like, you would have to be pretty delusional to understand it as a concept and to still be like, oh, no, we should really keep going with our Federal Reserve. Like, that's the way to go, people. It's got to work. It'll be absolutely fine. We should keep doing it.
All right. So the last little bit I got up here is coming out of Hong Kong today. I just read this article. It came out a little while ago. I don't know if I see as much to it as, maybe they're making some of it out to believe. They're talking about issuing stronger regulation for the exchanges and accredited investors. They go into a little bit of detail in the article, but to me, it sounds like the same old that we keep hearing as we move into 2019. The adoption is growing, and of course, with adoption is going to be coming regulation. They're not just going to, they're going to be trying to put these little faucets as cryptocurrency comes in and out of the country, where they can try to control the pipeline of this stuff, allowing and monitoring it, because, they don't want money laundering and all of this. Or at least that's what they're going to cite, because they do realize that down the road this is going to be a problem, and they want to try to put the shackles on it so they can, choke the dog when it runs too far away.
Yeah. I mean, everyone is going to try to regulate or do something to this stuff eventually.
I mean, it's just what kind of time frame are we talking about, where we're going to be sitting here and because right now, we seen Crypto Daily show the other day where he's talking about 0.2% of the entire world population owns cryptocurrency, at least more than $1, with his rough estimate.
I know, and that was crazy. And then he was like, yeah, and me as a person, I hold multiple wallets. Yes, most of us hold multiple wallets with at least $1. You know what I mean?
Right.
So really, but it's like, yes, even with that 0.2%, I mean, that's like nothing. So I don't know.
I don't know. Another thing I noticed is when we were watching, I think it was Crypto Zombie show the other day, where he was talking about 12 ways to make passive income in cryptocurrency. And I mean, yes, everything he said was true about those are ways to make money. But literally, as he rambled them off, I was thinking, scam, Ponzi scheme, not partaking in any of this stuff. Like, it is. I mean, he should have just said that. I mean, you got a 50-50 gamble with half of it.
I mean,
unless you're literally getting together with a group of people and trying to get in on a Dash master node, I mean, you're going to go out and, try to invest $500 or $700 into this cryptocurrency that's up and coming at this point in time, at the end of 2018, and think that you're going to stake it and you're going to start receiving a passive income. No, more than likely, you're going to end up investing in some cryptocurrency that's going to wash up, because we're talking about like literally what 8th and 9th generation cryptocurrencies now. I mean, anything that has any real value at this point in time is so regulated that, I mean, they're only allowing accredited investors and all of this stuff. The day of investing a couple hundred or thousands of dollars and getting in on a major project in the cryptocurrency space, those days have passed.
Yeah, it is getting shut down, but that's also because that was how everybody was getting scammed by the ICOs, was they were doing, like, you had to be the first one. You had to be like leap of faith into it.
I mean, and that is, I think, is a good example of this, of how nobody can seem to get in on this unless you're a accredited investor. And it's like, there's going to be money to be made in this one, especially with the way everyone talks about it. Not that I'm giving financial advice. I'm just trying to point out examples here that I can see coming down the pipeline. And it's just, when I seen that one and I wanted to try to make a little money with it, and I realized that it's not going to happen, it went to open my eyes that the space has changed, and that there's a majority of this stuff is no longer available to the common man. And it goes to show that the government has really come in and put the restraints on this stuff. So, I mean, it's back to the good old, you got to buy Bitcoin, you have to hold Bitcoin. This is something they can't really put the restraints on. And yes, you're not going to get a 6-cent coin going to 60 cents. Well, I mean, we are going to get a $6,000 Bitcoin going to a $60,000 Bitcoin. You might just have to wait a little longer. You might have to do a little more investing. Your hand might have to be a little stronger than it would have to be with one of these altcoins that would pump. But in the overall aspect, you'd be doing more than just enriching yourself. You're also enriching the world by doing this.
Yeah, I mean,
sometimes you have to, it's always that looking past the end of your own nose and seeing that you're not the only thing that matters in this world. You live here, and yes, a lot of people are millennials that are into this stuff, and it's hard when you're youthful to only think of, you think a lot of yourself. But when you get older, it gets to be, you think about your family, and then you might start thinking about some of your neighbors. And then you start thinking about your extended family and all of this. And it's that you want the world to be a better place. It's that dream that it keeps, being propagated in the world, that the world is striving for a better place and equality. And these things will happen with cryptocurrency. It's going to be another great tool that's used out there to enrich everybody's life. It's that we have to promote it in order to help get it out there. And that'll happen through utilization and education.
Yeah, I mean,
hey, Turkey.
I can't tell if you could see him or not because the box is there.
That's all right.
He is there, though. Our Turkey. It's
complicated.
Yes, because we need it to work. We need it to work for way more than just financial reasons. I mean, yes, all of us want to be, millionaires, right? Okay, well, we also just, the system that we have is so failed and so corrupt and so wrong. And it's not just our country, it's all countries. It's like, they took a blueprint and everybody just duplicated it just a little. And it's all the same. It's all built off of corruption and lies and not real. And so we have to change. But I don't know.
It's that cryptocurrency at this point in time it's more of an intersection. It's an intersection between early adopters who are looking to become wealthy, and an intersection of being able to free us of the oversight that we are constantly receiving from this Federal Reserve and the United States government, which also ends up overseeing a majority of the world and their finances as well. So as we come to this intersection in the road and we see this crossover, it's that, which way are we going to be going? Are we just going to go down the avenue of trying to make people rich and money with cryptocurrency? Or are we going to be going down the avenue of, making the world a better place through cryptocurrencies? Because we kind of can't take both.
Yeah, because see, like when he did the little math and it was 2%, like I was happy and sad all at the same moment, like because it was all like, oh my God, that's no one. So then it was like, wow, like we really are like, I mean, this could just go to crazy amounts, like the $100,000 Bitcoin and stuff, because that is such a small percentage. But then on the flip side, it's like, oh my God, that's such a small percentage of people who know and actually like are using. So how long is it going to take us for us to all be kumbayaing with our private keys and our wallets? And I mean, really, like it was both. Like the second that he hit equal, it was like, oh wow, like
All right. So, do we got anything in the chat? Does anybody got any comments, thoughts, theories about this stuff?
Well, we have Bitcoin Crypto News Education say that we will make it to the top together and that he won't leave anybody behind. Oh, and Cornelius is here.
Nice.
Sorry. He said his clutch is going out, but he doesn't have the funds to fix it, so he's got a cycle for now. Yeah.
See, that's why I'm always the friend that ends up coming over and helping you change it for free. Or like, you know, a couple beers or, you know, make dinner or something like that. I don't know. I can't ever see somebody needing something that I know how to do and then like literally charging them an arm and a leg for it. I mean, we all got to move forward in life. And
yeah,
I know what it's like not to have vehicles. That really sucks.
Well, we have Tune Nation. I have no idea. Okay, Tune. We're just going to call him Tune.
Okay, funny.
He says, good morning. Yes, we want a better world. And I see how BTC could work for the people. Just wondering how big corporations, government, and greed might intervene and spoil it. I mean, yes, that is the problem, is to think that, yes, are they going to own a large portion of this and be able to do something with it?
Well, I mean, but that is the good side of this, is that with a decentralized system like this, yes, they may get out there in Lightning and make a bunch of channels that a lot of people want to use. You know, they may get out there and have, you know, some control in the market, but it's always optional. You don't have to use their Lightning channels. You don't have to purchase products from them with your Bitcoin. You don't have to do what they're trying to do and how they're trying to manipulate us. So yes, there may be, you know, like I'm talking about the intersection, there may be a period of time where we're able to make financial gains, but down the road, the avenues of being able to decentralize ourselves away from the federal government and continue to operate only on the blockchain as a peer-to-peer transaction system will still be there. You know, we don't ever have to let them have control.
Yes, we could always keep peer-to-peer. Like, we don't have to go peer-to-company.
Yeah,
peer to government,
we don't have to use the third-party systems that are involved with this, with Bitcoin and the second-tier solutions that we are developing.
Right, because even if there was, I mean, you could literally opt to only use the Lightning networks of merchants or of stuff that you knew was not part of. Like, I mean, you could figure out a way to opt out.
And there will always be people out there working on that kind of stuff. There are always going to be the cypherpunk, you know, individuals out there that are working towards, you know, the freedom.
Freedom is good. Oh, Bitcoin Crypto News Education says there are some moves that we are putting together through my groups and the website that will bring legitimate income by expanding mass adoption. That'd be cool. I mean, that is the main problem, is no one spends or gets paid.
Yeah.
And enough of a cryptocurrency.
This one as well, too, that it does seem like we need to get a system where people are being paid in cryptocurrency, because that's how money moves, based on pay. You get paid, you have to give a part out of it. You know, you don't get to keep all of it. And when you go and you're buying this stuff at a premium, it does get the gold feel, because you want to lock it away. You don't want to, why are you going to pay a premium on something to then go buy something with it? You're just throwing money away. And the majority of us out here are smart people and don't like to throw our money away.
Yeah, I mean, even if you're trying to support the cause and stuff, you're just paying out the button fees and everything else to move your stuff around to still buy the pair of socks off of whatever using Litecoin. You know, like, really? I mean, yes. We need to have it actually be a normal system where you get paid in a percentage of it and you spend a percentage of it. And then, I mean, you get to hodl most of it, just that some of it you use.
Well, it'll make it a better system, because it'll go to show that when you go out and you work and you make money and you send off, you know, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60% to your bills or whatever, based on, you know, what you do, the part that you don't spend of your weekly paycheck. As you know, the markets go on, Bitcoin every single year will go up in price. It is just how it's designed. It would make it better than saving in the fiat system, where every single year what you save goes down.
Ooh, Tune is talking to Bitcoin Crypto News Education, saying, so interested in being involved in your goals. Hoping to get his college to offer some classes on the movement. I know. It is nice when you get to see that they are starting to offer courses and stuff like, because that gives you hope too. That's a whole nother generation that's literally going to, you know, understand. I mean, if you're taking a college course, and I'm sure they're going to make it so you understand. There will be tests on the, you know. Oh, JT says, bat baby, download that Brave browser. Yes. Yes. I mean, we have that too. I mean, I don't know. It's that it has to be, there's quite a lot of ways to earn or to collect like a cryptocurrency. But I mean, so far, there's not a lot of ways to like cash it out that are real well, or to like have it function the way, I mean,
I don't know. I mean,
even Steam is like, I mean, it's slightly complicated just to like get your Steam all the way out and stuff. You have to wait, but I mean, even the rest of them they're a little harder.
I don't know. I mean, as we move forward in the space, I'm sure there's going to be more avenues in order to come up with, you know, passive income through cryptocurrencies. But yeah, the ways that are out now, I mean, besides being a content creator and trying to use the Brave browser and posting to Steam and Tribes and all of that other stuff that I'm constantly doing, I'm sure that there's other ways that I haven't come across because I'm not out there pursuing them actively. But it does seem like that if you do find a way of passive income, it's never enough to quit your day job.
No, it's never passive enough either, yeah.
And I think that's really what people are looking for, is a way to be able to quit their day job and have that. I mean, personally, I think it'd be ideal to have a boss that's a computer. You know, it's not going to judge me. It's not going to have a bad day and take it out on me.
Nope.
There's no human resource department where I have to worry about this, that, or the other. It's just going to look at me and tell me this is what you need to do to make your money. And I do it, and I make my money, and we go forward.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you know.
Good morning.
All right, then. The pheasant is awake. Oh, Tune says that he loves your background. It's so beautiful. I know, we do. It's just nature. That's all we got.
That is about all we got.
Yepper. A lot of woods going on back here.
So, I mean, that's all I got for cryptocurrency news. Of course, if you want to keep talking about it, just pile up some questions in the chat. That's why our lovely assistant Samantha is here in order to take care of that for you. But next, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about our channel and what we got going on with some of the news and how we might be making some changes as we come down the pipeline. Like I had said yesterday, Samantha had an interview. It may be looking like she's changing up jobs. So, ooh. She may have to be off early in the morning and traveling because, you know, hey, it's a bear market. We're all trying to figure out how to survive.
Yeah, we gotta make that money.
Can't just live off crypto no more. I can tell you that one for sure. So we kind of got to get back out there. We got to start working those 40, 50-hour weeks to try to start getting that money stocked up. And Christmas coming around the corner.
My G, can you stop?
I know. I'm just making sure that everyone realizes we all feel those burdens of the finances. So what are we going to do? How are we going to make this happen? Well, everything is definitely on hold until we get past EDC, you guys. I've definitely made sure that that is happening. That is the #1 priority. You know, we care about this channel a lot. I mean, this is everything to us. So we're going to go to EDC November 9th and 10th. So you got to stay tuned. You got to hit that notification bell because we're going to be doing some lives from there, or at least we're going to try our very best. There will be uploads on the post side of this. I'm going to bring you videos on the post side of EDC. Then we might be taking a short break, maybe 3 to 7 days while we adjust our schedule, and then we will be seeing what we come back with on the other side. I don't want to say that we're going to have this, that, or the other because it's going to be hard to tell, but we may be switching to a later show because this is a morning job that Samantha would be looking at. I may also possibly be switching up some employment as well. So we could be looking at evening shows. I know that a lot of you guys may be appreciating that better, especially you guys out in California. I know you guys aren't feeling the morning as much. But with the evening shows, you know, it requires a little bit more for me to get some of the viewers and stuff like that because we're not the first ones out here in the morning. You know, coffee, all of that. It gets a few people. Besides that, I don't know what we're going to be doing. I may try to incorporate my son Eugene in here, reading some of the chat to keep some of it going. I may have to do some pre-records. So I know the people that complain about the video quality, that'll help fix some of that. I even contemplated the ideal of maybe doing some edited videos with a little bit of commentary and memes and sound effects and all of that good stuff. Maybe be like everybody else a little bit, I guess. No green screen, though. I'm not going to go that far. But post EDC, one of the next big things this channel is going to be trying to do is that we're going to try to keep this up. We're going to do another fundraiser. We're going to definitely be continuing along with this grassroots movement of getting out there and trying to actually put feet on the ground, spreading the word of Bitcoin at events where people would be receptive to this. So I am putting a call out to anybody that wants to get in and partake in any of these events, help fundraise, help pass out flyers, help come up with anything, just take part in the group here that we're going to be doing. So in other words, Bitcoin and Coffee is going to be an education channel that's producing as many videos as it possibly can. Bitcoin and Coffee is also going to be providing a free help desk that's going to be through eugeneforest20@gmail.com, the Twitter, all kinds of social media like Minds, Tribe, right?
Yeah.
And then we're also going to be doing a grassroots movement of getting out there and putting feet to the ground and talking about Bitcoin, shaking people's hands, telling them why Bitcoin's great and they need to be getting into this and dollar cost averaging it, not supporting any of the altcoins or messing up their minds with all of this stuff, just trying to get them onto Bitcoin to begin with. I mean, I don't know what more I could really be doing. I think I'm going to try to give as much as I possibly can back to, this cryptocurrency community.
Yeah,
I don't know. I guess I've been having the question. A lot of people have been asking me lately, what are you doing with Bitcoin and Coffee? What is the point in it, Eugene? You spend a lot of your time and energy and your own finances at it. And it's not really a job. It doesn't make you any money.
Yes, we don't get on the regular, we don't get passive income out of this.
I don't get a passive income from this.
In any way, shape, or form.
$60 on my Binance code.
Yes, the affiliations and the donations are not rolling in.
So, I don't know. I guess when I picture this further 5 years down the road, let's say, I know I'm always going to have to go to work. I've always been poor my whole life. I've never thought life would be different. So going and punching that time clock is going to be part of my life. Besides that, I don't really have a lot of friends. I don't really have any other super passions or anything like that. So I do this in my free time. So, I'm going to continue to keep doing this. I think that this has big goals. But 5 years down the road, I mean, I would love to see some sort of a nonprofit organization that's out there, maybe with a couple different groups, maybe with just more than me and you, Samantha, trying to spread the word of Bitcoin and educating people and collecting funds together to help promote the marketing department of what Bitcoin could be and do out there in the future. And I think as cryptocurrency continues to grow, I think that we have a better shot at this. We just have to stay at it, keep doing it, and keep being those freedom fighters.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We're not about like the technical analysis or I don't know. It is more about the movement. Like, if you're watching us, it's because you believe in Bitcoin and because apparently you like to watch us. Because there's no real good, but I mean, yes, we're never going to like have any investment advice, any financial advice,
information to help you make the next 50 grand or anything like that. But what we are going to do is we're going to sit here and we're going to be honest with you about what we think and feel in the cryptocurrency space. And we're going to sit here and we're going to do the best that we can to try to spread adoption of cryptocurrency, out there to everybody else, to try to make everyone else's life better, because that's how this is going to happen.
Yes, and I guess
how it's going to get better.
I guess that's the way, like the grass, like roots, like that is like it. We're the only thing we have is that we can pound the pavement. You know what I mean? That is what we have. Mm-hmm. We have.
Yeah, we don't have money to go out there.
We got passion. We got passion for enough. We got passion for more than just ourselves. We got enough for a couple extra people.
Cheers, Sammy. All right, you guys. Is there anything in that chat that we should be talking about, Sam, or should I just go ahead and wrap this all up?
No, we got JTRB saying, my lovely assistant, is that copyrighted by Pat Sajak? I'm trying to say I'm Vanna.
I've seen her on TV not that long ago. Wow,
man, they had old age. Like, it's like, I don't know. They're still both alive and doing it. It's like, what?
I remember being a child.
I know. I know. Yeah. And she's, I mean, her giant wave bang has gotten a lot smaller from what I remember as a child. But, the dresses are the same. JT says that he is glad that we're out here. I have zero complaints. Reminds me of the meme with the grenade. Pull a pin to start complaint process. Toon says that thank you, that he has got to go to the old jobby job and have a super day.
We're about to head off ourselves.
Yeah. Well, not me.
All right, well, I am.
Yeah, but that's why I have to get a different job, man. I can't have all my days off.
Well, you could take over Bitcoin and Coffee 24/7 live stream of Sammy.
JT says they're both like Dick Clark. They never age. I know, right? That is what formaldehyde can do for you while you're living, people. All right. We're good.
We're good?
Yes.
All right, you guys. I really appreciate you coming out here for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. As always, all kinds of tools, links, and affiliation codes listed down there below. We got those donational addresses if you got that extra crypto to help support the channel. But as always, the best thing you can do is come over to all over the different social media platforms I'm posted on. Go ahead and give them the thumbs up, the like, the
heart,
the retweet, the heart, the whatever it is. Because I love collecting that extra cryptocurrency. I think that's going to be a great way to support the channel when the pump comes. Besides that, I mean, we'll be out here tomorrow at 7:45, right, Samantha? Yep. As always, we're going to have an hour-long weekend show, probably at 6 p.m., either Saturday or Sunday. You'll have to check my Twitter to keep up with that. And like I said, we're not going anywhere, you guys. We love you guys. We love cryptocurrency. Try to help out the community a bit, though. I mean, share, retweet, all of that good stuff, especially when we get to the EDC. I'd like to try to make a pump with the channel, and I'm going to have to put a little bit of the weight on your guys' shoulders. I can only do so much. So do what you can, please, for us here. But as always, the most important thing is keep your BTC safe.
Bye, guys.